Welcome to the Family History Guide, starting your genealogical research in Scotland. Goal 1, Research and Records. This goal will teach you step by step about the records you need to find your Scottish ancestors and relatives. Do you say Scot, Scotch, or Scottish? Making this choice may not be as simple as you may think. Whichever form you choose, it will probably be wrong for someone. Generally, the term Scottish is used as an adjective, such as the Scottish people. The noun Scot applies to someone from Scotland. Scotch is a derived adjective that is used in advertising and is only applied to very specific products. Great Britain is a geographic term which refers to the island known as Britain. The Kingdom of England was established in about 925 AD. In 1536, the Kingdom of England and Wales was created by a bill enacted by King Henry VIII, which effectively made England and Wales the same country and governed by the same laws. Later, in 1707, the Kingdom of England and Wales joined with the Kingdom of Scotland to form the Kingdom of Great Britain. In 1801, under the Acts of Union, Ireland and Great Britain became the United Kingdom. Then, in 1922, Ireland gained its independence, leaving Northern Ireland as part of the United Kingdom. Scottish immigrants comprised the fifth largest group of immigrants to America, with over 5 million people. As with all genealogical research, we need to start by knowing something of the history of the countries where our ancestors originated. Early historic Scotland was a melting pot of different groups: the Britons, the Picts, the Angles, and the Gauls, Scots, and the Norse, who all lived in unconsolidated tribes. In 43 AD, Britain was invaded by the Romans. The Roman occupation extended from the south coast of England north into what is now Scotland. The Romans built a defensive wall from the banks of the River Tyne near the North Sea to the Solway Firth on the Irish Sea. After extending their control over more of the Scottish land area, the Romans built a second fortification called the Roman Antonine Wall. This marked the northernmost frontier of the Roman Empire in Britain. This map shows the extent of the two Roman walls or fortifications. Around 410 AD, the Romans began their withdrawal from Britain, leaving buildings and fortifications that still exist today. This is the Roman bathhouse in Bath, England. From the 5th century to the 8th century, Britain was subject to almost constant warfare. In the 8th century, the Vikings from Scandinavia began invading Britain. Each of these historic invasions shaped the language, the culture, and the architecture of the British Isles. Fighting among the tribes and between England and Scotland continued into the 12th century. The Battle of Brunanburh was fought in 937 between Athelstan, King of England, and an alliance of Olaf Guthferthson, King of Dublin, Constantine, King of Scotland, and Owen, King of Strathclyde. The Treaty of Falaise, signed in December of 1174, required the captive William I, King of Scots, to swear to Henry II, King of England, that Scotland would thereafter be subordinate to the English crown. Notwithstanding this treaty, fighting continued into the 18th century. As noted previously, the Acts of Union enacted in 1706 and 1707 unified England, Wales, and Scotland with Ireland. From 1783 to 1881, Great Britain ejected 170,000 Highlanders from their traditional lands. As you can imagine, the movement of these people creates a challenge for genealogical research. Learning about and understanding the complex history of Scotland and the rest of Great Britain is essential to doing research before 1900. The links in the Family History Guide will provide you with valuable information about how to find your ancestors in Scotland. Study the choices in this goal to develop your research skills.